All right. We'll go ahead and just start off here with questions for Caleb Sneed.
Hey, Caleb, how, transferring from Campbell, how is spring gone here at Liberty compared to your previous experiences with spring ball at Campbell?
Yeah, so coming here at Liberty, it's a lot different. We do everything in the morning, and at Campbell, it's a little different. You'll practice in the afternoon on like Tuesdays, Thursdays, and you'll practice on Saturday. Here, we go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so it's a bit different. I do enjoy going in early in the morning, kind of like get it, knock it out, get everything you need to do, and you got the rest of the day to get extra film work, recovery. But yeah, I mean, it's good, man. It's been real good. I like it.
What's been the adjustment process for you going from playing, at the FCS level where, Mike Minter was bringing in some really good recruits
Mhm.
there to working with these FBS level guys?
I think the biggest thing for me personally, honestly, like Coach K was saying, just that verbiage, learning the offense, because it's a lot more details, it's a lot more changes. Um, so yeah, I mean that was the biggest thing for me. On the field, I mean, technique wise, Coach Harris teaches us a lot of different things that I wasn't taught at Campbell, and I'm thankful for because it's honestly making me a lot better. So just learning all the technique, learning the offense, that's been the biggest thing for me, and I've been really getting that down over these last couple of weeks, so I'm feeling good.
Caleb, when you opened the season last year here in Lynchburg playing for Campbell, could you have envisioned at that point that a day like today would come for you?
I think about it all the time. It's like, I mean, I would have never thought I'd be in the shoes I'm in right now. Sitting in this chair talking to y'all, like it's crazy. Like when I was at Campbell about 4 years, 3 to 4 years ago, we put Liberty on the schedule, and I marked that date for 3 years in advance. And then I came here and played, and it was just magical. And then for me to be here now, I mean, it's just God. Like, you know what I mean? It's almost like it was already written. And just to be able to come back home for my last season and play in front of my family, like everybody I grew up around, like it means a lot. So just taking it one step at a time.
Are you living at home now, or do you have a place, or what's your
So
situation?
I have a place off campus, but I'm actually gonna be moving back home this summer. So yeah.
Yeah, nice to sleep in your own bed every night. I'm
Oh yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah, and get to see the family more, spend more time with my little brother.
What was the process like of you getting into the portal, coming here? I mean, how clean or how quick or how did it go?
Honestly, man, it was probably one of the most hectic times of my life, to be honest. Like, I remember I went into the portal on a Thursday at like 5:45, and 10 minutes later, like the whole Liberty coaching staff already called me, uh, texted me, put me in a group chat. Like, it was crazy. And then, I mean, obviously, I had a bunch of other schools hit me up too. So that just whole process, it was hectic, but I mean, from the jump, Liberty, they showed love like crazy. I mean, this is home. Like the facilities, the resources, the offense that they run. I mean, they came up and visited me, within a day or two of me being in the portal. They showed me the best love out of anybody, and they made this place feel like home. So it was a hard decision, but it was an easy decision at the end of the day.
Oh, a little more to do here than Bowie's Creek, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot more to do.
Um, how do you feel like you fit into that room of receivers? I mean, there's a talented bunch of guys in there, even losing some of the, like the subs and guys that they lost last year. How do you feel like you fit in?
I think I fit in perfectly. That was a big thing for me, picking where I wanted to go is like, where can I fit in the offense? Where can I fit in the room? I think I fit in perfectly. I think I add a different aspect of an outside player. I can play inside. I can play outside. I like to go up and get the ball. I love 50-50 balls. Right now, I've been playing a lot of outside in the boundary to the field. Being able to do pretty much wherever they put me in, I'm loving it.
Think about playing some of these games, home games against Virginia Tech,
Oh yeah.
things like that. I mean, how excited do you get when you look at the schedule?
I'm so excited. Sometimes I got to keep myself from thinking about it. Just try to focus in the moment, man. But I mean, coming out of high school, Virginia Tech was my dream school. So you already know. I mean, when we play them, I'm gonna be on 10 toes the whole game. BYU, you got teams like Wake Forest. I get to go back to North Carolina, and I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of people from Campbell come to that game. I mean, it's exciting. We got Arkansas, like SEC game. I've never played as a Power 5 team, so just to be able to go do that and show what I can do against, and show that I can play with anybody, it's a blessing, and I'm really excited.
Mitch and Campbell there, they're pretty supportive in
Oh
you
yeah.
throughout the process. Coach Mentor, all those folks.
Yes, sir. I think the biggest thing with me, starting with me, is when I made the decision that I wanted to leave. I think the biggest thing was me handling it like a man, going to speak to coach, handling it the right way. Because some guys, they'll just make their mind up and go on the portal and they'll never say anything to nobody. So I think that was a big part of it, me just handling it the right way, going and telling them, what I want to do, how I feel, and they were supportive. Coach Mint was nothing but supportive. He didn't try to stray me away or lie to me and say, he told me to go chase my dreams. And that's what I'm doing. All my guys at Campbell, I talk to them every day. So I miss those guys a lot, but I'm here, for my future. But yeah, all the guys at Campbell, they're really supportive, so it's good.
Chris, sorry, Caleb, wanted to ask you about with Megginson, how often you guys work out afternoons against each other?
Oh man, we go, multiple days of the week. And even if we're not working out off the field, during practice, we go against each other. It'll be some days it'll just be me and him going against each other, So, just for us to, build our bond and brotherhood through competition every day, getting each other better. And, we grew up together, so just us getting better with each other, man, like it's not gonna do nothing but make us better. You know what I mean? Like that competition, that grind. And both of us coming from Heritage, we representing something bigger than ourselves. And everybody is, but us representing Lynchburg and really trying to put the city on the map, I think that's the biggest thing. So, but yeah, man, me and Chris, we've been getting each other better.
Caleb, was Liberty on your radar coming out of high school? And take us back to when you decided to go originally to Campbell.
Oh, yes, sir. So actually, Liberty was not on my radar. Coming out of high school from Heritage, I actually had a little bit of interest from some schools, D1, but Campbell was the only school that pulled that offer. So, it was an easy decision coming out of high school for me.
Yeah, and going to Campbell, you were one of the first guys who got a scholarship, if I remember correctly, and
Yes,
you had
sir.
to redshirt that first year because they were still non-scholarship. Did that make a difference as well?
Most definitely. So if I go back to November of 2016 is when I think I committed to Campbell, and Coach had came over and I had committed, and then they had told me that I had the red shirt, and I was kind of like, I wasn't feeling it at first, and looking back at it, man, I think it was God didn't plan this thing out from the jump, because when I came to Campbell, I was still that kid from high school, and I took that red shirt year and I put on like 20 pounds. I got a lot of experience, and it really helped me going into my first year of college. And I kind of blew up a little bit, but that was just because of that red shirt year really helped me develop. So I think like when guys, if a coach wants to red shirt you, I think you should hear him out, because it could actually help you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about the wide receiver room with CJ Yarbrough coming back. I know you never got a chance to play with him, but when you look at guys like him, Noah, guys who've been in the Caleb, who's been in the system for a while, what do they bring to the wide receiver room that it's something that you might not be able to bring because you're the new face?
Mm-hmm. I think those guys bring. They just know the offense so well. You know what I mean? Like, and they're big, strong, fast guys, all of them. They all are physical. But what really helps me with those guys help me a lot because they know the game so much. So like when I'm out there with them or in meetings or on the field, like I'm talking to them, communicating with them. So I think the aspect for me that they bring is just the knowledge of the game and being able to teach me too and show me little details. I might be doing the right thing, but I might not be doing it all the way the right way, So just with that. But if you talk about Noah, CJ, Caleb, I think Caleb last Friday in the scrimmage, he had like two touchdowns, 4 explosives. CJ Yarbrough, he's another big explosive guy, strong hands. Guys can't really, 50-50 ball, he's gonna come down with it every time. Noah is the same way. He's a big, fast, strong guy. So just looking at them and competing and grinding with them every day, man, we're gonna be a good room.
I want to ask you one real quick before we let you go about the quarterbacks, because you got a battle going on there, and you've, I'm sure, been able to work with all of them up to this point. What maybe just off the top of your head, what's something that impresses you about each of those guys?
I think for me, it's the arm strength, honestly, because I know it's crazy. Everybody, like, you talk about Malik, like, don't get me wrong, Malik's probably got the strongest arm this generation has seen. But I mean, those guys, like, coming from the FCS level and going to the FBS level, like, all the guys can play. It's not just one or two. I mean, everybody can play. The ball placement, everybody's placing the ball the right way. It's been a good QB battle so far. But yeah, I think I honestly, K-Saw, he moves around in the pocket really well. I mean, he can really extend plays. Charlie the same way. JB, he throws a really good long ball. Nate throws a really good long ball. And he's a tall, big guy. So, I mean, I feel pretty comfortable with those guys back there.
Last one goes to Ed Lane from the CBS Sports Local.
Gotcha.
Caleb, you touched on this at the end of your last answer to Dane's question about the receiver room and what it's done for you. Elaborate, if you would, on that further. And I don't mean this as a disrespect to Campbell, but being at Liberty, what impact has that had in terms of your mental preparation and having to go into each practice and each film session at the top of your game, knowing you're fighting for reps with a number of other talented guys?
I mean, like you said, like, I think the biggest thing for me when I got here is I really noticed that, you have, like, it's just a different intensity at this level. And, it's not to say that nobody's meant for it, but, when you come to the FBS level, I mean, it's a different intensity. Like, our coaching staff is a great coaching staff. Like, they're always on us, making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. They're making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. I think the biggest thing is just, like, making sure that you're on your A game at all times is the biggest thing. Especially for a guy like me. I mean, I just got here, about to finish up spring, and the biggest thing for me, I think, is just making sure I was on my A game at all times, trying to get better, small details. So, doing whatever I can do, even when the ball's not in my hands, to make sure that I'm putting good things on film. Yeah, that's about it, man. Just really being on my A game at all times.